Hey guys, I'm doing this as a live, so just bear with me if there are any awkward pauses or such that should otherwise have been edited out. But just wanted to make this really quick, and live is the simplest way to do that. Um, so lately, I've been playing with a few things with my strategy, particularly uh, take profit um, targets. And whenever I do that, as a trader, if I make a change to my strategy and I haven't tested it, then I'm always going to be a little bit more nervous in the trades or to take a trade because I don't have anything to base my sort of trust or my confidence on. So I think personally for myself that back testing anytime I'm sort of trying a strategy or changing something in a strategy is so crucial to my own confidence and trader psychology. So I just figured I would show a little bit of how I do it. Um, and this may or may not work for you, but if you're kind of looking for ideas, I just wanted to show a little bit of how I do this. So I like to use TradingView for my back testing. um, I just started trading on Tradovate, and I know they have a replay feature on there, but I haven't really been able to get it to work smoothly. So I just do the trading on here, sort of manually. I set up the trades and see how they play out, and then what I do is I track the trades. So I just started this new journal because I'm again messing with some strategy, and I track the trades in this. Um, this chart basically, and I use Apple numbers, but you can do Excel or whatever just to have a nice spreadsheet. Because what's nice about this is, for instance, I can just click on the column for P&L, and down here it tells me the total P&L, average P&L per trade, uh, the lowest I went, the highest I went, kind of like peaks and valleys. And I have all these little things that I want to keep track of as I'm playing with a strategy, and then a notes section, and then I could also just copy and paste an image of the actual trade. So this was one that I took that did not work out, right? I was looking at this kind of area here to go short, looking for continuation to take out the low here. And oh, I'm sorry, this one did work out. I was just looking at it over here. This one did work out. It took just barely took out my target right there. I had the target basically right at that low. So that one I would say was lucky. Um, I actually put that there, just barely took out the low. So, you know, um, here's another one, right? This one did not work out. And, you know, anyway, I'll just show you a little bit of what I do. So, whoops, sorry, let me get back to my trading view. Always moves things around when I do that. Okay, so I like the replay feature. This is the last trade that I journaled. And basically, when I'm looking to get into a trade, I'm looking at support and resistance areas or areas of, higher volume. A lot of times I'll throw the profile on here. You can see all the volume that was in there. And just looking at the price action of it as well. And I look to go long or short from those areas and, basically just continuation usually. Sometimes I have I have a feeling that price is not going to continue, and I'll take the profit early. And so that's one of the things that I'm trying to monitor here. And so the reason I like to do this is because I can filter this out. I'm not going to go through it all now because it'll be really boring to watch, but I can filter this out. So I can say, for instance, you know, I can just figure out what's my win-loss, percentage. And then I can say, okay, of the wins, um, how many of those had imbalances in the direction of the win, right? So before I took the trade, basically, where like did the setup show imbalances? Uh, did the previous leg in the direction that I'm trading break structure? So that's something that I'm looking at, and a lot of times I'll use that, for instance, as one of the reasons why I may take profit early. And so I just started putting this column in here of basing my target on liquidity, or basically basing it on the idea that it's going to stop at the next high volume area essentially? Like, is it going to take the high volume area out, or is it going to stop at it? Am I looking for a continuation of a trend, or do I think the trend could be close to reversing, or do I think we're in a consolidation period, a larger consolidation period where I don't expect the highs or lows to necessarily be taken out? And so I wanted to keep track of that. I also wanted to keep track of, you know, of the wins, how important was it for that previous leg to show an imbalance? How important was it for that previous leg to break structure? Of the ones that didn't break structure or have an imbalance, what were the percentage of win losses just specifically to those criteria? And so having a spreadsheet like this allows me to look back. Like I just started this morning, and just using the market replay, which is nice because you can go and fast forward. So I can trade several days. I can check different time frames and pause it, see if there's a setup on a different time frame. Um, like I might look at now, whether I could be interested in taking another short, here, but I don't think I would, honestly. Just those two consolidation areas are so close. Um, but would there be something up here perhaps? So, I take the trades, market replay, you can go fast forward. So this is a 15-minute chart and you can just choose your speed and kind of plow right through it. And I think it's super handy. And I think that having this information is extremely beneficial, extremely, extremely beneficial for you to look at the strategy that you're doing and sort of the different components of that strategy, and actually have data to tell you, what are the things you really should be focusing on, what are the things you should really stay away from, how to basically, increase your edge at any given point in time. So I don't do this continuously. It's a little bit tedious. So I'll usually get like at least 100 trades journaled, and then I'll kind of just trade for a while. And if I'm not feeling confident, I'll journal some more to just to kind of make sure that my strategy does in fact work. And or if I want to play with something, maybe journal specifically to track the differences of trailing your stop loss in different ways and see what makes a difference there, right? What's your average P&L with one type of trailing stop versus another, or trailing it versus not trailing it? Depending on your strategy, you might be better off not trailing your stop and just letting the trades play out. So those are things that are good to know. Anyway, I hope you find this somewhat helpful for yourselves. These things are really easy to make and really easy to do. And, again, I got 17 trades in probably an hour of just sitting down and going through the replay. So it's a pretty efficient way to test your strategy when you're testing your own decision making and manual trading, not necessarily trying to test a mechanical system, which you might be able to code into a strategy and back test through NinjaTrader or something like that. Anyway, all right, guys, hope you have a great trading day.